Okay, awesome. Okay, so again, welcome to the webinar. We are really excited for those of you who are jumping on and those of you who are catching the recording. I know that you all are very busy and we really value your time. So we are going to stay on track with this. This will not go over an hour unless there are additional questions that we can answer for you. So first, I would like to introduce myself, and then my friend Samantha Taylor will introduce herself, and we're just going to start with a little bit of our background, our passion in this industry, and how we hope to help you in your own business. So if you don't know me, I've been in the health and wellness industry since 2005. That's really when my journey started, and it's so weird to think that that was almost 14 years ago. That's when I started in my schooling to become a registered nurse. I went through the bachelor's program to become a registered nurse, get my bachelor's in nursing. I spent over $100,000 on my degree. I went to a private school. And really, I knew since I was a little girl that I wanted to help people in the arena of health. And I didn't really understand what that looked like, but I thought, registered nurse, that's my dream job. So I did that. I was very sick through nursing school, and that's when I started studying more nutrition, holistic therapies, Chinese medicine, homeopathy, all these different nutritional theories, and I learned a lot through my own health journey. After I graduated nursing school and recognized that Western medicine was not feeding that fire that I had to really help people at a foundational level, I decided to continue my education and became a certified holistic health coach through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And that's really where my health coaching experience started. I had a blog, and it's really grown substantially since then as I've gotten more clarity on how I can best help people to maximize my impact in the world, because that's a huge driver for me. I really do want to make a difference. And now at this place in my life, I'm able to work full-time from home and do health and fitness coaching from home, and it is able to provide an income for my family and really maximize my impact. So that is kind of a little bit of my background. I also am, for any of you who are in the industry of kind of like business coach, life coaches, Brendan Burchard is one of my personal coaches. I work with his high performance coaching staff. And so that's another area that I'm really learning to help people really grow their businesses. So that's a little background on me. And I'm going to turn it over to Samantha.
Hi, for those who don't know me, my name is Samantha. I am the owner of Tribe 26. That's my business. I'm a personal trainer. I've been a personal trainer since 2015. I became certified through ACE. In 2016, I became a CrossFit level 1 trainer, and I worked at a local CrossFit gym for about 2 years. And then for about a year and a half, I was the CrossFit gym manager, which I loved. I gained so much experience helping out managing the gym and working with all kinds of different clients. And it was very eye-opening for me, and I loved every minute of it, but it was a lot on me and a lot of time that I spent there. So I'm also a certified hormone specialist and movement and mobility specialist. I currently do personal training within my home. I left CrossFit probably about 8 months ago because it was a lot of time on me and my family. So I work out of my garage. I see a few clients here and there. I've decided to mostly go online just because I am a homeschool mom as well. So I am working online and out of my home. Like Jessica, I'm also part of Brendan Burchard's marketing program. So it's a different, it's not high performance coaching, but it is one of his programs that I'm working with, how to create and market products and programs. So we are super excited to be here and to be speaking with you guys. And I just want to go over just real quick the purpose of this webinar. So the purpose of this webinar is to kind of help address some missing pieces that we have both seen in our industry. When I was a trainer at CrossFit, I saw that our workouts were great and people were seeing success with their strength, but they were struggling with nutrition. They were struggling with hormone balance. They were struggling with stress management. And so I was speaking with Jessica about this and how we can kind of bridge the gap between just fitness and overall health and wellness. And so both Jessica and I decided to partner with Beachbody for both of our businesses. And we have learned how to bridge the gap between the fitness professional world and Beachbody. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Beachbody, Beachbody is a network marketing company who offers at-home workout programs. And so at first, I think Jessica can attest to this as well. When we first thought about coming on board with Beachbody, we were like, we are professionals. Why would we want to do network marketing or, build with this other company? We felt like we were lowering our standards. And as fitness professional, why would I want to work with a company that advertises at-home workouts when my livelihood depends on people exercising outside of the home or at the gym? And another big concern that some fitness professionals have is, they really want their clients to focus on eating real foods or whole foods. And so they don't believe in meal replacement shakes or supplements. And that is something that Beachbody offers, but it's, a concern for some professionals that they are afraid that their clients might get the wrong idea of how to take care of their nutrition. And so I'm going to let Jessica take over, talk more about the logistics of why we partnered with Beachbody and what that actually looks like.
Absolutely. So I can totally attest, I relate to what Sam was saying too, because when I first heard of Beachbody, and I'm sure every single one of you who is either watching this live or listening to the recording, you heard Beachbody and you're like, ugh, that's what this is about. Because that was my feeling. I'm like, I know so much about this. Why? I don't need their nutrition programs. I'm pretty sure their shake stuff has ingredients I would not approve of because I'm known as the ingredient Nazi. And I've been very humbled. I've been partnering with the company for the last 2.5 years. And to be honest, it's made my life so much easier. And it's the only reason that I'm staying home with my kids, that I was able to walk away from my full-time nursing job, especially here in California, where you get paid a lot of money. I worked at a prison, and I'm so blessed to be able to work from home. And it would be selfish of us. We've kind of come to the realization it'd be selfish of us to not at least put it out there and tell you more about what it's about, because we did not listen to what it really is for a while, I think, because of that hesitation that we thought we knew what it was, and it's actually much different. So I'm going to go into really quick the logistics. What does this look like? What does it mean? And address some of the misconceptions. I also want to let you guys know really quick that there is a chat box. If you see at the bottom of the screen, if you have any questions, sorry about the dogs. If you have any questions going forward, this is so professional, right? Yeah. Just click the chat box and put your questions or comments in the chat box, and we will try to address them as moving forward. Okay, so what does partnering with Team Beachbody look like? Here's a couple different bullet points. So first of all, one of the biggest concerns most people have is your brand. You as a fitness professional have a brand of your own. It's why people come to you versus somebody else. There are several different gyms or personal trainers, fitness instructors in your small town or your big town or in your area, I'm sure, but people come to you for a specific reason, and it's because of you. And we do not want you to dilute that or get rid of that. We want you to keep your brand. So when you partner with Team Beachbody, you add basically the coach title, I guess, or tool as a part of your resume and as a part of your tool belt that you offer to people. You still have your own professional brand and fitness. You're just adding in different Beachbody nutrition programs, fitness options, mentoring, and the business coaching option to your existing fitness business. So I really want to lead with that, because I think it's so important, and we don't ever want anyone to sacrifice that. So you keep your brand. Second one is nutrition. And this is something that Sam had addressed in the beginning. And I'm sure that you can relate to this. There is a huge missing link in the world of fitness that is missing intentional nutrition. Like we have focused so heavily on fitness, and fitness is so important. We never want to get rid of that. It's essential for optimal health. But nutrition is where about 80% of our clients' results come from. So if we don't have a good nutrition plan to give them, they're going to be lost, or it's not going to sustain them. And we're missing speaking to some foundational health requirements for them to get the most out of their workouts with you. And so that is a huge piece that we are really loving that we can bring to the table now, is that Team Beachbody has 2 revolutionary nutrition program approaches, depending on what fits your client best, that's already done for you. And it is created by certified registered nutrition and dietitians. It's science-based. The one we just launched a few months ago actually started at UCLA as a clinical trial, and it was so successful that the Ilana Molstein, who's the creator at UCLA, she's a professor there now actually, it was so successful. She is booked out in Beverly Hills, and she charges like $300 for 10 minutes or something, and she's booked out for a year or 2 solid. She recognized that she could not help as many people as she wanted to, but that this approach was so powerful. So she decided to partner with a company that sends coaches into the world. There's an actual certification program where you can become certified if you'd like as a certified mentor in this program to offer to your clients. You don't have to create the meal plans. You don't have to create the structure, all the training videos, the resources, the cookbooks, it's all done for you. And so how awesome would it be to offer this to your clients now? So you have their intentional fitness program that you're offering them, along with this nutrition guide that's going to catapult their results. And that's one huge area of why we're even doing this webinar. We want you to know about these tools that you could have at your fingertips. Okay, online clients. This is something that Sam had addressed in the beginning, that she's kind of shifting her business here. We're going to share with you some success stories of how different fitness professionals have integrated these tools. Not everyone wants to go online, and that's totally fine. But I will tell you that you can maximize your income and your impact and your clientele if you can offer some sort of training online. You no longer have to tell someone who's not within the 5 or 10 mile radius around you, I'm sorry, I can't work with you because you're too far away. You need to come to me, and most likely people aren't going to drive over 15, 20 miles to get to you. So you now have the option of reaching people around the country and potentially the world if you wanted to. And there's several different ways you can do that. We also wanted to acknowledge that this is just a brand. So some of you may associate with Under Armour, Killcliff, TRX, Body Pump, Perform Better, CrossFit, Precision Nutrition. Team Beachbody is just another brand for you to align with. And it's important that you believe in what you are representing and offering your clients. For someone like myself who is, as I referred to earlier, an ingredient Nazi, I'm so particular with the things that I put in my body that it's very important to me that whatever I'm doing for myself or providing for my clients that I align with. And this is just another very high quality brand for you to align with. Okay, and the last 2, team. This is part of the really neat part about this. When you join a team or make the decision to come on board with us, you are a business owner of your own. You are your own boss, but you're partnered with us, meaning you have a whole new support system. We are very good at what we do, and we have an awesome team of like-minded people. We actually don't want everyone to be a part of what we're doing because we're very particular with our brand and with our, for lack of a better word, vibe and intention and purpose, and not everyone aligns with that. So the fact that you can have a team of people to bounce things off of, or say, hey, I'm really struggling in this area. Do you have any recommendations is really powerful. We provide you with all of the business training tools that you need. There's even, especially for, a few of us on our team have several different things under our belt and experiences. So I love teaching health webinars or in-person workshops about hormone balance, digestive wellness, clean eating, more in-depth stuff. I know Carmen's on here and she loves that too. She's a certified holistic health coach from Institute of Integrative Nutrition as well. And Samantha has different background as well and certifications. We come together and help each other out. So what an amazing tool to have to offer your clients, maybe that you don't know anything about, but you want to learn about. That's what we love to teach each other. And let's see. So the membership and guarantee, there are no cancellation fees with this. There is no overhead. You do not, unless you want to offer this in your gym, you do not have to buy a ton of product and distribute it. That's not what this is about. This is much more about building a team versus sales. And your startup cost is just what you want to invest in to try it yourself, to be honest. So it's as low as $40 or up to $345, which includes a ton of product if that's what you want. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee on everything. So say you want to try Shakeology, but you're really hesitant and you drink the whole month's supply and all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I'm not impressed with my results, you get a full refund. So I love that personally because you can't do that anywhere. You can't go to a health food store and say, I'm going to try the supplement, but if it doesn't work, I want my money back after you already used it, right? So the company really stands behind their products. And to me, that's very, very important. Okay, I'm going to kick it back over to Sam, and she's going to share with us some stories of how different fitness professionals have integrated these tools into their business.
So a lot of us who are, or a lot of you that are watching, you're either a gym owner or you're a personal trainer, and you're probably wondering like, how could I implement this into my business with what I'm doing now? So I just wanted to share with you, I thought it'd be a good idea to share just some success stories that other fitness professionals have done with their business. So we're going to start with Cheryl. Cheryl is a personal trainer in Orange County. She has been a personal trainer for over 20 years. She does a lot of in-home training, and she saw that a lot of her clients were lacking the nutritional part. And so she decided to team up with Beachbody, and she started introducing her clients to Beachbody's nutritional program. After that, she decided to introduce another program called 21 Day Fix, which includes a nutritional program that has portion control containers. So she was able to blend her in-home training with Beachbody nutrition. Diane in New York, she has an interesting story, kind of a sad story. She actually lost her fitness studio in the storm Sandy back in 2012. And so her business was absolutely destroyed. And so she had to reinvent, and she decided that she was going to reinvent all online, and she was going to use Beachbody to do that. So now she works full-time online with her clients. Carrie is a TRX studio owner. She runs online challenge groups and she mentors others in fitness, but she also has her TRX studio. So that works great for her. Stacy in Kauai, I love her story. She is a very successful outdoor boot camp trainer. And so she's solely outside, and who wouldn't want to be outside in Kauai doing a boot camp? She was able to help her existing clients with their nutrition as well, but she also launched her own virtual corporate wellness program using just Beachbody products. So she's able to go and help any business or companies with helping their employees with stress management by using Beachbody products. Sarah and Tracy, they're both group fitness instructors and club managers that have added Beachbody coaching to their brand. They still work at their club. They like their studio. They like interacting with their members, but they also like having the opportunity to do online challenge groups. And so they have merged the two together. Don Murphy is a gentleman who owns 2 gold gyms in New York, and he has been very successful in implementing Beachbody into his gym for his members. I love his story because he was actually able to build or create a shake bar within his gym, and that shake bar alone it brings in $30,000 a month, which is just crazy to even think about. Nikki is another trainer. Well, Nikki started out, she wanted to have her own fitness studio, but she didn't have the financial means. She didn't want to take out a loan for it. She wanted to be able to go in like debt free. So what she did is she kind of went the other way around. She used Beachbody to help build up her savings so that way she can go and open up her own fitness studio. Danielle is another personal trainer and nurse who had to move across the country because her husband was in the military. So she was moving a lot, and she still wanted to be able to work with her clients. But if you have your own studio, it's a little hard to do that. So she was able to keep up with her current clients and keep them on track, even as she was moving across the country. She was able to take her business with her. And so the last two I'm going to share with you is Trisha. Trisha suffers from chronic fatigue syndrome. Gosh, I can't even imagine how hard that would be to try to run your own studio and to manage your employees and run classes when you're just feeling chronically fatigued all the time. Her health was deteriorating pretty fast, and so she decided that for her health, she needed to take a step back. And so she decided to sell her studio, and she went full-time online working with her clients. And she continued to use her skills as a coach. She was still able to work with her current clients, and she was able to take care of her own health and manage her own stress by taking a step back and just implementing Beachbody into her brand. And Livy is a personal trainer who hadn't started thinking about retirement. And she didn't have any savings built up. She didn't have a retirement built up. And so she decided that she needed another means to help with her retirement. And so she was able to use Beachbody to build herself an entire retirement fund. This last person that I want to share with you, his name is Vito, but I'm going to let Jessica actually talk about this one because she spoke with Vito recently about his story, and I love his story. So I'm going to let Jessica talk.
So if you guys can see the chat box, I put in there Don Murphy's name, so you have that if you wanted to look him up. And Vito Lafata, what a name, right? I recently got to meet Vito and ask him a lot of questions. His story is very fascinating to me because he flies very under the radar in the Beachbody world. But he started as a personal trainer and completely broke. Like no money. He had to sell his house and, reinvent himself. And he is probably one of the top earning Beachbody coaches, but many people don't see him in lights or anything because he is very much a businessman. And his whole business is focused on going into gyms and talking to gym owners, other fitness professionals, personal trainers, instructors, and helping them to do what we are talking to you about today, which is helping them create more of an online presence. And I have been told by many people that personal trainers and fitness professionals are some of the hardest to help be successful in Beachbody. And I've always asked why. Because to me, I'm like, I see how this could really be an incredible asset. And he specifically is now making 7 figures, like high 7 figures, because he's invested so much of his time helping personal trainers and fitness professionals be very successful in doing this. And when I asked him, he was actually drilling me with questions. And he says, Jessica, what happens in nature when you don't evolve? And he's a very intimidating, like strong Italian personality. And I'm like, what's the right idea? Like, I'm thinking to myself, I have no idea what happens if you don't evolve. So I was like, you die? He's like, that's right, you die. And I'm like, okay, what's your point, Vito? And he tells me, he says, this is what is happening in the fitness industry. People are evolving. People are going online. People want easy access to things. And what I see happening in gym owners and in personal trainers is they are not creating a sustainable business model for themselves. And they are for lack of a better word, dying in their business, and they're really struggling. And so my job is to go in and show them how to thrive and think outside of the traditional business model for fitness professionals and what's been done before. I'm helping people break outside of those walls and those barriers. And he now, if you look him up, his story is very inspiring, but he has marketed himself off. He uses Beachbody as his primary source of income and brings in nutrition and supplementation to people in the fitness industry, and, you know, helps them do all the things that we're telling you about in this webinar. But he also is like a branding coach. He like helps people with their branding, and he is a high performance coach. So he's very close with Brendon Burchard, who we have mentioned earlier in this coaching call, that Sam and I are both affiliated with and learning from. And so it's just a very inspiring and encouraging story to me. Don Murphy and Vito Lafata are two of my favorite stories, because they've really thought outside of the box and haven't been intimidated by this whole, you know, the stigma of what many people in the fitness industry think about Beachbody.
Sorry, I was muted. So hopefully that kind of gives you guys an idea, just kind of how, just no matter where you are in the industry or no matter what you do, how you can implement Beachbody into your brand. And then you know, it's not just Beachbody, and it's not 100% online if you don't want it to be. Okay, so the next part we're going to go into is the 4 common freedom struggles that fitness professionals face. The first one is people. The ability to reach more people is limited when you own a studio or a gym. So a lot of us, if you own a studio, you know, you're only able to market to the people in your area, right? In your town. And I know when I worked at CrossFit, I would hold special classes and I would have like special challenges. And I would have so many people from out of town and be like, oh my gosh, Sam, I wish I can come to your class. I would love to work out with you. And I'd be like, I'm so sorry. You know, I wish you can come work out with me too, but you're in the Bay Area and that's not going to work. Now I have the opportunity of being, you know, to say, hey, even though you're in the Bay Area, I can still help you and you can still be a part of my challenge, but you're just going to be using maybe a different program. But you can still work with me and I'm still going to be your coach. So that is one struggle that a lot of trainers or personal fitness professionals find in the industry. And so with using Beachbody as your platform, you would no longer have that issue. Another struggle would be time. Commonly in the fitness industry, we struggle with time freedom. You only get paid when you're on the floor, right? You only get paid when you are coaching with that one-on-one or in a class setting. Do you have the time freedom that you want? And if you don't have that time freedom, then are you looking at figuring out how to make more time for yourself? Do you have the ability to travel? Do you have the ability to travel and still make money is the big thing. When I went cross country this summer, I had the opportunity to still work with my clients as I traveled from California, drove all the way to Virginia, and I was still able to work with my clients. My one-on-one clients that I typically see throughout the week, I was just able to give them online workouts for them to do while I was away, but I was still able to help them. I didn't have to put them on hold, and I was still able to bring in some extra income while we were traveling. So it's just something to think about. Another thing to think about is what would happen if you got sick? What would happen, God forbid, if you got injured? Those are some things that I know we don't want to think about, but it is something that you need to consider and have like a plan B in the back of your mind. I know when I worked at CrossFit, I worked at the early morning classes. So I was up at 4:30 for 2 years straight. I was up at 4:30 to coach the 5 a.m. class. And I can tell you that gets old really fast. Even though it was a really fun class to teach, getting up at 4:30 gets old really fast. And so a lot of you might experience burnout at some point or another if you have a class that you have to teach. And so you want to make sure that you are creating time that you desire. Okay, have the time freedom that you desire. The third struggle is financial limit. When we typically work a 9-to-5 job, We get paid vacations, we get paid sick leave, maternity leave, we get retirement. But when you are a fitness professional, a lot of times they struggle with that. They don't have their retirement. They don't make enough to be able to pay for all of that. The average salary for a fitness professional is $47,000 a year, and that's not much at all. So you have to think about that. How does that sound for you? Would you be happy with $47,000 a year if you made the average? Would it $47,000 a year give you a life that you desired? Would it be able to help you set up retirement? Are you even thinking about setting up retirement at this point? Most entrepreneurs don't have a retirement account set up to sustain them. And we work so hard throughout our life that by the time we are ready to retire, we don't have enough to give us like a substantial retirement. So with this platform, you have the option to opt out of the average financial cap of what fitness professionals make. And instead you can, if you have an open mind, like you can create whatever income you desire by adding value back into this world. You have the option to not be confined to the walls that are around you. And you're no longer trapped in that time struggle or that financial struggle. The last thing is location. So like that one trainer that that I talked about earlier who lost her gym in Storm Sandy. What would happen if you lost your studio? What would happen if you had to move all of a sudden because of a family emergency? We again make money when we spend time on the floor. So what if there was a different way that you could build residual income and continue to do what you love, which is fitness? It's your passion, but you also have the ability and the freedom to do it anywhere in the world, including in bed. Like, okay, I've totally done that before. When you're not feeling good and you just don't want to get up, you can just grab your smartphone or your iPad and just communicate with clients in bed. Okay, it is possible. So as a fitness professional partner with Team Beachbody, you get to earn off the floor income, or for those who rely on membership revenue, you have the ability to earn non-membership revenue by adding in a nutrition plan to your existing clients or helping them with supplementation. So you can add also any off day training. So if they only come to you like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can give them something to do Tuesday and Thursday when they don't see you. You have many options with this, and you can do it as you travel, at your leisure. I love it because it's super flexible. Okay, so what does Beachbody have to offer for fitness professionals? The first thing, and Jessica covered this a little bit, was nutrition. Okay, so I saw, when I first got into the fitness industry, I saw a gap with nutrition. I saw some of my clients and members who were coming to the gym, they had their workouts down and they were great about showing up every single day, but they were also struggling with seeing results because they weren't dialed in with a good nutrition plan. They really struggle with their nutrition. And I could give them advice and I can give them guidance because I am a trainer. However, I am not a nutritionist and I am not a dietitian. So I cannot give them a plan. I can't say this is what you're going to eat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I can just do some recommendations, and that's pretty much it. So with Beachbody, you are able to give them a nutrition plan that was designed by a nutritionist dietitian. And like 80% of your clients' results, more than likely, 80% is going to come from their nutritional habits. So we can all agree that nutrition is probably one of the number one things that people struggle with when it comes to weight loss or when it comes to their health. So you can have, like I said, you can have the best programmed workouts in the world, but if you are not taking your nutrition seriously and you're not able to help your clients with nutrition, then they're going to be struggling. So Beachbody has two incredible science-based nutrition programs that, like Jess said, they're clearly laid out that you have everything there that you just hand over to your clients, and it's very easy to follow. Beachbody is a multi-billion-dollar company. They've been around since, I believe, 2007, 2008. They've been around for quite a while. And they have research and development teams that none of us could ever think of putting together. They create top-of-the-line nutrition plans and supplements. They don't compromise on quality. They don't use cheap ingredients. They make sure they use top-of-the-line ingredients. Their programs and products, it's not about a quick fix. They really are, they design their programs for lasting results. And they don't have any artificial ingredients or chemically made ingredients, which, like Jessica said, she is an ingredient Nazi. So if I have any questions about ingredients, I go to her first because she's done so much research. She knows what's good and what's not. So supplementation, like I said, the supplements that Beachbody offer are clean supplements. And one of our biggest pet peeves as holistic health enthusiasts is giving your clients and giving gyms the right supplements to use for their clients. Instead, if you walk into a gym that have supplements, a lot of the times the supplements are just full of crap, like chemically, artificially made ingredients that is not good for the body. So Team Beachbody has brought in nutrition products like Shakeology. They also have a sports performance line that includes like pre and post workout supplements that are of the highest quality. And it's something you have to think about too. Like, you have to get behind a product. So find a product that you stand behind, that you have researched all the ingredients. And when you find that product, you're going to stand behind it. And like Jess said, she's done the research. She's investigated every single ingredient, knows the ins and outs, knows the benefits. And it's something that both of us as coaches and trainers and health professionals and fitness professionals can stand behind, and we're not afraid to recommend it to people because we know that it's clean supplementation. I know a lot of people, when they hear network marketing, they automatically think of sales. This is not sales. Like I said, if this is a product that you can stand behind because of its high quality and high integrity, then it won't be a sales process, because it's something that you are going to recommend, because it's something that you believe in and that you use. And so I would highly encourage you to do your own research, to do your due diligence as a fitness professional, to pull up ingredient lists, research those ingredients, compare ingredients from what Beachbody has to offer to other supplements out there. And so that way you know what it is that you're looking for to offer to your client. So quality is of the utmost importance to us. We also provide in-depth training on these products to help you better understand how to speak with your clients about it. And when partnering with Beachbody, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, they offer incentives like yearly luxury vacations for your family. Jessica can tell you all about that. She's been on some pretty amazing vacations, quarterly bonuses, monthly bonuses. They give you monthly free swag. There's a large network of coaches that are always more than willing to help and reach out to you guys. And there always provides some type of education. So once a year, they have a health and fitness convention for all of the coaches to help them learn not just about health and fitness and how to help their clients, but about marketing and branding yourself. So I'm going to take it back over to Jess. She is going to start talking about a little bit more about Beachbody's Shakeology and performance line.
Cool. Thanks, Sam. I wanted to touch on to the quality and the fact that I have such high standards. So it's been 2.5 years since I started working with or learning about Beachbody and what they have to offer. And I've built a brand in a sense for myself and my team to where corporate noticed, and they interviewed me. I got to be a part of an interview with some of their nutritionals team and the vice president of nutritionals, and I drilled them with questions about the testing and the sourcing of their superfoods. What I'm going to very briefly touch on really quick is about Shakeology, what it is and what it isn't, and the performance line, what it is and what it isn't. But all of the different superfoods that go into it, just know that they do not cut corners. There are 3 different testing processes that happen before a bag of Shakeology gets to your doorstep, and it involves over 600 different tests on each batch. So that's amazing. And when I drilled them with questions, they're like, wow, this is really like, they call me a unicorn coach, and I don't even know, I don't even know what that means. But just know, as far as quality, I give it to my 2-year-old. That's a big deal for me. Very big deal. So I'm very happy to be speaking and teaching on this. So a deeper understanding of what Shakeology is and what it isn't. A lot of people don't ever give it a chance because they think that it's a diet shake, or that we're encouraging a liquid diet, or they think it's just a protein shake. And it is not any of those things. We do not promote diet shakes. We do not promote liquid diets. And we do not, I've always said that if Shakeology was just a protein shake, it would be way overpriced. And that's why a lot of people don't ever look into it more. The protein component of Shakeology is 1/5 of what it actually is. So what it is a whole food superfood shake. It has real, easily accessible, nutrient-dense nutrition for our clients and ourselves. There's over 70 different vitamins and minerals present in each serving. It is available in a vegan, non-dairy formula for those who have digestive sensitivities, or there's a clean whey-based formula that they use a very special low temperature filtration process to keep enzymes and nutrients intact in the whey. It is so many people ask me, is this a meal replacement? And I always answer, it can be a meal replacement if you want it to be. The way I think of it though, the value is not that you're skipping a meal and drinking Shakeology. The value is in the supplementation that you get when you put it in your body. So I personally look at it more as a supplement. I used to buy $200 to $300 worth of supplements and take so many pills and capsules because I really valued my health. And this is a way I get the same, if not better results, and it tastes like a chocolate milkshake. So I definitely choose this path, but I want you to understand that it's more, the power is in the ingredients, not that it's replacing a meal. So just so you know really quick, there are 5 different formulas within Shakeology. The first is the clean protein blend with a complete amino acid profile. And it is not, whether it's the vegan form or the whey-based form, there's a blend of different plant-based proteins in the protein blend that, if you didn't know, our bodies absorb and utilize amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. Our body does not utilize the actual protein. It has to break it down first. And so the fact that there is a complete amino acid profile is very, very important and powerful for our bodies and muscle regeneration. The second formula is a antioxidant superfruit blend, which contains several different superfoods that are very high in vitamin C and boost our immune system, very powerful for the circulatory system and inflammation. The third component is a super green and phytonutrient blend that contains things like chlorella and spinach. I should have my bag in front of me. I could tell you all of them, but it's like if you were to go get a wheatgrass shot, but on steroids. Has anyone ever choked down like the green powder? It tastes absolutely disgusting, but you do it anyways. So that's in Shakeology already. Amazing for alkalinization of the body, for feeding the liver, kidneys, and detoxification, oxygenation of the blood, things like that. The fourth part is probably my favorite, and it's the adaptogen blend. And if you really want to know the power in Shakeology, what I recommend people do is look up the ingredient label and look at the ingredients in the adaptogen blend and go and research them, because they're so powerful and so many of them are associated in different clinical trials as being incredibly powerful for killing cancer cells. And I should probably say, we're not making any claims. If the FDA is listening, do not come and knock on my door. I'm not making any claims that we are going to cure or heal a medical diagnosis. But these individual superfoods have been studied over decades, some centuries, and they're very, very powerful. The adaptogen blend helps our body become more resilient to stress and increase our energy naturally. It's very powerful and important for the endocrine system, which plays a huge role into our hormonal balance, and for both men and women. So that's probably my most favorite category in Shakeology. And then the fifth component is the digestive support blend. And that includes a plethora of digestive enzymes to help our bodies break down the food that we're eating. And it includes a probiotic that is specific to survive our stomach acid and get to the small intestine where it's needed to do the healing of people who have digestive issues, and to prevent digestive issues from occurring, because I think that it's probably one of the most common health struggles that people have, especially as we age. So I love that it includes so much in one amazing shake. And again, each batch is tested both for all of these things such as heavy metals, GMO ingredients, pesticides, herbs. Make sure that there's none of that, but it's also tested for potency. Each bag is. So I love that, and I love how I feel in it. This all breaks down to be, depending on if you have a coach wholesale membership or a customer membership, about right under $4 a serving. How powerful is that to get all of that in under $4 a serving, especially if you do use it as a meal replacement? That is the cheapest, healthiest meal that you will ever get. Okay, so sports performance line. There are 5 simple products that they've created that we offer, that Beachbody offers, which is a pre-workout called Energize, a post-workout called Recover, Hydrate, which is like a Gatorade but way better for you, and it does not have, like, it has a fraction of the sugar. They do have a creatine formula that is a clean creatine formula, and then they have a nighttime recovery formula as well. I use the pre-workout and the post-workout the most out of all of those. But what I love is they're all backed by science and clinical trials. I love that part. So the Energize, for example, contains quercetin, which, if you're not familiar with quercetin, it's very powerful for fighting inflammation in the body. What happens when we go through a hard workout? Our muscles break down. It's part of the strengthening process. And so if you are already putting in your body an anti-inflammatory agent to help with that inflammation, you are going to feel substantially better and get much better results than if you weren't. So I love that it's a very intentional pre-workout formula. They are NSF certified, which means that pro-level athletes can use it. It has to pass the highest standards of tests. Otherwise, professional athletes and Olympians wouldn't be able to use these. Along those lines, Ironman has actually partnered with Beachbody on these products, which is so powerful. It is the official Ironman performance line for all the people who complete in the Ironman competition. And then Energize, how many people, or how many of our clients, how many of you have consumed energy drinks, right, that are horrible, horrific? But I see people drinking Red Bulls at the gym, and I see fitness trainers drinking Red Bulls or these energy drinks that are, we all know they're bad for us, but people drink them anyways. So I want, like, this is an amazing thing to take that energy drinks place and still give you the results. No artificial sweeteners. The only sweeteners that are used are stevia, a very pure form of stevia, lo hongguo, and organic cane sugar, which our bodies can actually process. Okay, so examples of integrating one of the Beachbody programs into your brand. 21 Day Fix has been around for 5 years now and has gotten people incredible results. Say an online client comes to you, or you decide you're going to run a 21-day fitness challenge or health challenge and incorporate people in person and online, because you can with this platform. Here's what it would look like. There's a food plan, a portion control system that you can help customize for each client, and we teach you how to do that. There are 30-minute workouts that your clients can do on non-training days 100% online, or you can even do them all as a group and at your gym or at your training facility. And then you have the supplementation, which we just went over. Everyone has the complete trifecta approach, is what I like to call. And everyone, if they do it, I promise you are going to get results. So you have your own fitness challenge name. You can call it the 21-day transformation station or 21-day muffin top meltdown, whatever you want to call it. People are going to associate you with that challenge because they're coming to you, and you're using a program that's already been structured for you so that it's less work and more money in your pocket, and you're making a big impact, and all your clients are going to get results. That's the goal. We all are in this industry to help people, and this is a phenomenal way to do that. Okay, so how can our team help you create a business strategy with your brand, and how to hybridize Beachbody into it? I will tell you that I've learned in the last 2.5 years that there are thousands of teams out there. There are a ton of coaches. There's over almost 400,000 of them. Not all of them have integrity. Not all of them have a united mission to end the trend of obesity and lifestyle diseases like our team does. And our goal, so is for you to be as successful as you want to be. We will hold your hand and walk you through this process and brainstorm with you. Sam and I have over 2 years now have worked together to brainstorm, like, how can we mesh these together? And I'm not going to lie, it was not easy. It's taken us about 2 years to figure out, but I really feel like we have. And we have other connections in the network and out of the network that have really helped our businesses grow. And our goal, again, is for you to be successful. I have come to the realization that I will not feel fulfilled as a professional in this business unless I can help more people be successful, because together we can really create a ripple effect throughout the world. And I know I sound like very Pinteresty when I say, like, we're going to change the world together. But really, this is how we do it, by infiltrating into homes and families and teaching parents how to teach their kids how to be helpful, and we impact future generations. And unless we try, we won't. So this is us trying to really help other people be successful and reach their circles and help their circles help their circles. We offer, as a team with our background, different workshops that we can do online or in person at your gym that cover a wide variety of topics, such as Clean Eating 101, hormonal balance, digestive health, immune support, and several other holistic health educational topics. Is whatever you want, we have it on our team when it comes to this field, because we have such a diverse background, which I love. Okay, and then we also, on the business side, I know that when I first became a health coach, the hardest part was figuring out the business. We offer fantastic business training, product training, and mastermind sessions and incentives to keep you on track and make sure that you are, again, as successful as you want to be. Life is all about the people that you surround yourself with. And we are a very amazing group of positive professional individuals that are relentless on our mission to truly make an impact in the world. And we are dedicated to helping other people become the best version of themselves. So if that's something that aligns with you, then we would really love to partner with you and see how we can help each other. If that's not you, then maybe this isn't a great fit for you, but we hope that it is. So that being said, we barely made it under our hour. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Thank you if you're watching the recording or if you tuned in live. We just really value your time. And if you are here, if you received an invitation to either watch this recording or be here in person, it's because we see really great potential in you. And we see a spark in you that we really want to be a part of. And like I just said, not everyone is a good fit for this or is a good fit for us. We value your time just as much as we value our time. We all have families that we want to be present for. And so we will not bring everyone in because we invest a significant amount of time in each coach and person that we mentor along this process. And we want to make sure that we're a good fit for each other. So if you are at all interested in learning more about this or partnering with us, we would love to schedule a phone interview. There is an interview process after this, again, to make sure that we are a good fit for each other. And then if we do decide to move forward with this business partnership, then we have a specific getting started right phone call, and then we will put you right into a 7-day Coach Basics training. And that will show you the basics of how to be successful right off the bat. So again, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. We really look forward to working with you and changing our piece of the world through health and fitness. Thanks, guys. Anything else, Sam? Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, cool. Awesome, you guys. Have a great day, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.